How you doing, folks? Once again, I'm Ned from Ned's Tech Bits, otherwise known as your friendly neighborhood basement dweller. Don't worry, ma'am, I am from the internet, and from the internet, I'm basically an autistic individual who uses the internet to try to find a zero point to everything. I found the zero point, and it is so freaking hilarious that you guys just gotta come with me and see the things that I see. Check this out. Mark Zuckerberg, recipient of the world's first rat penis transplant, announces Meta will stop fact checking. Okay, so what's going on right now? Meta or Facebook has decided that it is no longer going to be checking all of its facts. No one's going to be checking everyone's facts, the information that they say over Facebook and whatnot. Melrose Park, California, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg's medicinal pioneer who received the world's first experimental rat penis transplant. Okay, so what they're trying to do here is say that there's no reason why we should have any fact checkers. But here's the thing. You're not making the story on Facebook, hardtimes.net. You're making this on your website. You're not fact checking your own things. And while I get that there's nuance and all this, guys, we don't think you fact check your own things anyways. Nobody trusts the news anymore. Sure as hell not whoever you are. So because of this, we got a lot of Nancy's clutching their pearls. Google searches for deleting Facebook, Instagram on the rise after Meta ends its fact checks. Now, here's something I want to throw out there about fact checking. Who makes who says what is a fact? Who says what is factual? Because if you take anything long enough, trust me, meaning definitely goes away. There's geometry and non-Euclidean geometry. That's right. If a straight line goes straight up and outside of our orbit for long enough and passes by some black holes or dark matter, that straight line might intersect with the other straight line right next to it. And technically they're both straight because the time-space, the way that time, matter, and space manipulate each other, right? And that's an absolute thing, Euclidean and non-Euclidean geometry. So, like, of course, we get issues with perception. Space distorts time. The more matter you have distorts space. So 1 meter and 1 hour in here is different than 1 meter and 1 hour in here. And that's a takeaway that we have to take when dealing with what is what. Theories, words have changed over time. People's interpretation of law changes based off interpretation of the letter. The letters and our interpretation of words changes as time goes on. If you look back in dictionaries for the past 100 years, the definition of marriage has definitely changed very much, probably for the best. And that brings us on to the next thing. Who makes the meaning of the word? Is it the dictionary or is it the individual? If the individual says the words long enough, the dictionary will change the word. But if you go into court, you have to use the dictionary to define the words. And what dictionary you use matters. We have to use, in Canada, we have to use a particular one. We can't use Webster's, I think. So right now, the Zuck's got like, 40,000 people working on these fact checkers. And I gotta ask, what is fact? What is fact? Because sometimes if I go from at the cafeteria, if I go from table to table, fact will change from one table to another based off individuals' interpretation and based off individuals' personal experience and little nuances in life. And that's one thing that absolutely blows me away. Who makes the definition of love? Love is a purview of a conundrum. If you talk to different LLMs these days, large language models, and if you ask them who won the War of 1812, the same LLMs on the same computers will give you two different answers because the answer is so many different ways. 1812, Canada and Britain going to war. Yeah, USA and Britain go to war, not USA and Canada. Canada wasn't even really a thing. Canada didn't become a thing until a while after. But anyways, everyone is getting so upset about what is truth, what a woman is, what a man is. And nobody cares. Do our children have enough money to have children and have housing? And that's the issue here. Everyone's worried about how well the word is spelt. Everyone wants to make sure the word is spelt well. Nobody cares if the person spelling the word has the ability to get health care, has the ability to get, has the ability to get a house. So there's one thing I want to leave you with, and this is a Buddhist kind of proverb. There was a man who had a Buddhist teaching, a Buddhist writing that was on a piece of paper, and he climbs the tallest mountain to get to the smartest Buddhists, and he gives the Buddhist this piece of paper, and he says, "Read this for me, please. Tell me what you understand about it." And the Buddhist, this monk, looks at it and he says, "I'm sorry, I can't read. At least not this language." And the man said, "Wait a second, you're supposed to know everything. You are supposed to know everything. You know all of, I'm coming to you for answers and you can't read this thing. Should I be coming to you for answers? I think I've made a big mistake now." And the Buddhist monk points to the sun. And he's like, "I could tell you, man. Dude, I could tell you all day that I'm pointing at the sun. And you would be too busy looking at my hand, looking at the blemishes on my hand. Maybe I got a booger on my finger. So maybe there's a, I don't know, I got a scar on there you don't like so much. I don't know. You're too busy looking at my damn hand and seeing if my hand is the hand of a teacher." Okay, you didn't say that little part. If this hand is the hand of the teacher. "You're too busy looking at my hand to see what I'm pointing at. And right now, I hate you so much, I'm pointing at the sun. I really just want you to look at the sun." I'm just kidding. That last part I kind of made up. But legitimately, who makes truth? Who makes information? Who makes accuracy? Because as a person online trying to find accuracy, trying to find the middle point, trying to find meaning, trying to find equality as a third wave feminist within a rad fem internet, yeah. Meaning is important. Meaning is so important. Meaning is meaningful, my guys. But nobody's interested in being meaningful anymore. Everyone wants to be cool and rich